Hello, hello, hello. It is Saturday night, and I am not gonna lie, I'm pretty actually tired. I've been up since 5 a.m. It's been a long day. How's everyone doing today? Looks like the overlay's already bugging out. Let me fix that. I saw something before I went live. Matt Lamb, cheers to the gifted community membership. And Jay Bird, thank you for coming a member. And there's somebody else, but I can't scroll up high enough to see it. So somebody else became a member too. It won't let me scroll up high enough to see. I just see there's a green block. I can't see who the first one was. Well, you know who you are, so thank you. So this is how you know a true Canadian, okay? If somebody's not really a Canadian, they think Canadians all love Tim Hortons because I'm drinking a Tim Hortons and I happen to be of the Canadian persuasion. But a true Canadian knows Timmy sucks, but they're 2 minutes from my house and I really needed a coffee before going live today. Andrew, thank you for coming a member. What's in the box? Oh, there's nothing in these. I already took the printed parts out for the build we're doing tonight. I got them in this box, so. I know it's awful coffee, but it was 2 minutes from my house. So, the plan tonight, I know this will be controversial to some, okay? I'm just gonna come out and get ahead of it. I know some people will take issue of what we're doing tonight. I think it's a learning experience. I think it's something I personally want to have experience with. I'd rather have my own opinion on something. We are building a not Prusa tonight. We are building a... The problem is the name of the printer is Original Prusa Mini. So it's a not Prusa, Original Prusa Mini Plus. And we're building it from a kit. So, Prusa is open source. They have the whole BOM on their GitHub. Anyone can go on AliExpress or Amazon with the shopping list and buy everything they need, except for some plates that you can get water jetted if you really wanted to. But you can build any of the Prusas completely from scratch, self-sourcing the components yourself. There are a few companies that go to the store in Shenzhen with that shopping list and they put it in a box and they'll sell you the box with all the parts, but the parts are commercial off-the-shelf parts for the most part. So, today we're going to ask the question, is a printer more than the sum of its parts? Is a printer more than the sum of its parts? For those that don't know, we recently built a Prusa Mark III on this channel. This is my first time building a Prusa. I've built many a printer over the year, but they've all been mostly Vorons and a few other ones. But they've all been open source projects. This was the first time I've ever built a Prusa and got to experience the Prusa ecosystem, the Prusa. And I really liked it. I love the documentation. I love the way things just worked, how everything just worked, okay? And we did the full kit build, okay? We did the full kit build. I did the automatic calibration. I haven't done a damn thing to it since. And it is happily printing away whatever the hell I decide to throw at it. This is what we printed yesterday, by the way. So, but is a Prusa more than just a pile of parts? Is there more to it than just some 8mm rod, some bearings, and a warm bed? Is there more to it? So, we are going to build a Prusa that's not a Prusa today. We're going to build a Mini Plus. So this kit was sent to me from DFH. I have a link to his store in the description below. I will not be using an affiliate link for it. I just won't be, because I'm just not going to for this item, this project. We're not going to be using affiliate links. I'm just going to link to his store. If you wish to purchase that item, the link is in, you can find it on his store. That's how we're kind of going to go about it, because this is the company that we're not too happy with right now, that took the items off the shelf and put it in the box. It is what it is. But I wanted to build it. Now, another reason I'm actually kind of content building a not original Mini is because it ain't going to be an original Mini for long. We're going to do some modifications to it. We're going to have some fun with this printer. We're going to swap out the tool head, the extruder. We're going to put clipper on it. We're going to do a bunch of stuff so that at the end of the day, we would have taken a lot of legit Prusa parts and put them on a shelf somewhere. So because this printer will not be original long, like I'm serious, probably we'll finish building it and then we're gonna go right into not unbuilding it. I'm kind of okay with not using the original because it's not gonna be original. Nothing's wrong with DFH. His store, we've worked together on a few builds in the past. I've got nothing against DFH. He was kind enough to send this kit over, and he has many good products on his store. But for the purposes of this series, because this is an unoriginal clone, as people like to call it, just to get out ahead of any drama that some people might think I'm trying to cause, I'm not doing any affiliate links or anything. So if you want to, plus I think he's out of stock on them right now anyways. So, but drama is drama. I hate drama. I just want make plastic boat. So we're going to make something that makes plastic boat. I got nothing against Prusa. Dead Bomb. I got nothing against Prusa. I'm actually legit surprised they've held off on the price increase this long, considering how supply chains have been knackered. So this will not be original long. So yes, even though we're building a clone Prusa, by the time we're done the whole project, there won't be much on it anyways that would be original if it was original. So that's kind of how we're going. So first things first, we've got a box of parts. Now, what this doesn't come with is your printed parts. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. You got to print your own parts. And we decided to print the parts yesterday. And we went with, what did we go for the colors for this? What is it? Sky Blue, Sparkle Sky Blue ABS from Sparta 3D. So that's a Sparkle Galaxy ABS Plus. And then we also went with, what's the pink? Fluorescent Pink. Oh, get rid of that. I don't think I need that screen. So it's a Sparkle Pink. So it's all Sparkle ABS. So we had to print all our own parts. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. A lot of time you can't just, you don't have the printed parts. So you got to print them yourself. Another thing, if you are a business, if you are a school, you're not getting the certifications and you're not getting the support. That's something you got to keep in mind. Bubblegum. Yep, it's the Bubblegum Prusa, not a Prusa. Yeah, I printed all these parts yesterday. So if you're wondering how long it takes to print all the parts that are needed to build a Mini Plus, we started the prints at 2 p.m. yesterday and they finished this morning. It was 2 prints. I got 2 printers going. I had a 10-hour print on this one. I did have one part warp that I had to reprint, and then a 20-hour print on this one, and they all came out okay. So it's a Prusa. It's a fruity Prusa. Not that way fruity. Fruity is in the colors. So first things first, because I do this, I cut the lids off the box because it's annoying. So another thing, you get the parts in a box. I don't think they come all in nice bags. I've actually tried to avoid looking at these too much, because I kind of want to get first impressions. There we go. Oh, Steve's here. Everyone say hi, Steve. By the way, I'm going to do some promotion here. Steve, from Steve Builds, just wrapped up his Trident build series on his channel. He is giving away a Trident tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. Go subscribe to him if you have not. Okay. Are the STLs openly available? Yes. Yes. That, for those that don't know, let me pull it up here. Like this is what I mean with a Prusa. You can go on the Prusa GitHub, go to the Prusa Mini section. Here are all the Oh, why do we got the dancing baby? We're not doing a giveaway. Goodbye, dancing baby. Here are all the STLs you need to print for your Prusa Mini if you wish to build one yourself. If you wish to, make a shopping list, well, here's all your bill of materials for the shopping list that you need. So you can go buy everything you need off the shelf. The only things that are custom are, I believe there's some brackets. And I think there's mods to not use the brackets. So I always cut, that's why I got the apron. Okay, so the C14 extension cord, add it to the pile. I've got like 20 of these by now. That's an empty bag. We've got the bed. Got some residue on it from the epoxy. It's the 007 edition, whatever that means. So these are already attached. So I printed these parts. I guess I don't need to, but we're going to open this up too, just to double check everything. That's when we get to it. Fittings are crimped on it, so that's good to see. We do have a textured PEI flex plate. And we got the carriage itself, which is aluminum. We've got the carriage. Okay. I should have made more room before doing this. I've got no room today. Okay, what else do we got? We got this box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, we got one metal plate. So I guess that's the metal plate. Allen keys, so you get all the Allen keys you need to build it. Hey, Sanity. Another one of these. Add this to the pile. Ooh, it's the good one. It's the Play-Doh. Is that a needle? Oh, 0.4 needle, clearing out your nozzle. That to the garbage, that to the garbage. Electronics, so we got the Minda, Vinda, Pinda, whatever version that is. Bearings, wires. There's your screws. So as you can see, you don't get all the individual bags. There's our hot end assembly, which compared to an original Prusa, this is just a V6 block. I believe this is also not even all metal. Don't worry, that's not going to be original long. Some feetsies, a fan, a 5-volt fan, some belt and bearings and fans and bearings and gears and U-bolts. Oh God, it's a Prusa. We got U-bolts. Power supply. It is a Meanwell. It says it's a Meanwell, so that's good. Keep that, put that aside. All this can go back in the box. So that's good. The fact that it's a Meanwell power supply bodes well. Don't eat any parts. I will try not to. Although, you didn't pack this, so I should have everything. Okay, we got rods and sleeves in here. I see no lead screws, so I'm assuming the motors are integrated. Genuine Meanwell isn't that expensive compared to like other power supply, like knockoff Meanwells. And considering the stigma knockoff ones have, it's pretty good that they give you legit ones. So I'm happy with that. I'm assuming these are the extrusions. Yep. So these are just NEMA. These are just 30-30 extrusions. These are something you can buy off the shelf. Okay. They are tapped on some ends are not. Okay. What's in this one? Controller. Okay. Ribbon cable. A switch. I'm assuming this is the screen. Yep, we got the screen here. Okay. Some connectors. And I think this is it the buddy board? Is it a buddy board? Do I get a buddy board with this, or is it their own? Yeah, it's a Prusa Buddy. It says Prusa Buddy right on it. 2019 Rev. And that is the board. So fun fact with the buddy board, because I remember looking at this when they first announced it. There are no end stops on this. You can't hook up an end stop to this. So, because I was actually thinking about using this for V0 at one point. We were toying around with the idea of using this for V0, I think, at one point. Because you can buy this board standalone, right? So it's like, okay, it's got 4 steppers. It's a nice small form factor. It's 32-bit. The problem is with this board, you can't, there is nowhere to hook up an XY end stop anywhere on it. Because Prusa does sensorless. You can't. There's a Z end stop hookup, but that's it. So. So yeah, that kind of put a damper on that idea. Because we're like, oh, we'll just use the buddy board. And it's nice, compact, it's got 30-bit, TMC drivers, and then it's like, nope. Okay, we got one box left. Can you do sensorless? You can. The thing is, for a while, sensorless on a Core XY with Clipper was a little funky. It's gone pretty good now, so you can do it actually without issue. But for a while, it wasn't really the greatest. Okay, motors. So we got XYZ, I guess, or XY extruder. And this is my Z. Well, looks pretty straight. Motors are unlabeled, but they're probably from the company that put the kit in the box. So yeah, that's it. That's it. That's everything for the printer. We can start building now. It is what it is. Coffee. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, and somebody who knows more about Prusas than me, when the Mini first came out, you couldn't buy kits. It was like a pre-built or half-assembled, and there were no like complete DIY. You can't. Can you? I don't know if you can buy a full kit like this now. Oh yeah, music. Let me get the music going. Correct. Kit came later. So is the kit now like this? Because I downloaded all the STLs and everything for this, but I also have instructions from the manufacturer. So we're actually going to follow the shitty PDF, essentially. So we're going to follow the shitty PDF that came with this kit. And we'll see how it goes. Has sensorless ever failed you? I've only run sensorless on 2 of my... No. I only run sensorless on one of my printers, the V Minion, I think. Yeah, just the V Minion. Yeah. So yeah, let's get started. But before we get started, there's also a giveaway. If you have not entered, link in the description. We're giving away some Polymaker filament, as always. We do this every stream now. So, link in the description, enter to win. Open worldwide, we'll do the draw at the end of the stream. And in case things go a little haywire, I've got a little liquid courage if we end up needing it. Because I have no idea what to expect with this. Oh, well, the Mark III runs sensorless, but that came like it's meant to be. Okay, so we are going to follow the crappy manual that comes with it and see how we go with all the kit bashing. Who boxed the kit? No, it came, like, PFH just resold it. Okay, let's build ourselves. Oh, and for the true experience, I'm not going to use the granite slab. We are going to YOLO this. Because 2 things. 1, a lot of people don't have it, and we're going to see how important it is. And 2, I've got 3 printers sitting on it right now because I'm running out of room completely. So, yeah, we're just gonna use the super flat cutting mat as our base. So yeah, 318 watching and 90 likes. That doesn't add up. We can fix that though. You have the power to fix that. And with the draw taking place at the end of the stream, if you like that smash button, I'm not saying it'll help your odds, but I'm also not saying that it won't not hurt your odds. Yes. Okay, let's build a printer. So I'm going to need the Y motor and a GT2. E, Y. Y motor. Y motor. Y. And a GT260. Now, do we go total into it and use the Allen keys that come with the kit? I think we should. We'll use the kit Allen keys for this. Why? Also, it saves me from having to find Allen keys that I've lost. Aha, there we go. I always end up losing an Allen key, but then the next build I do has the Allen key that I can replace it with. So. Bill Brothers gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Okay. So, get this centered on the mat that we're going to be building with. Okay. So, first things first, I got to put this on upside down with a 1.9 millimeter gap. I can do that. And Gary gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. So, anytime you gotta space something, wow, I really gotta bring the Meditoyo home. What you can do is you can use your vernier. Digital is really nice because you can switch between imperial and metric for those that live in North America. Set it to 1.9, lock it, and then this little tip down here is a depth gauge. So 1.9. And I am not using Loctite because it doesn't say to use Loctite. So we're going to go with it. Because as a great warrior once said, YOLO. Use the back of the main jaws. Yeah, but the thing is, if you try using the back of the main jaws, I know what you're getting at. But the problem is, you like the way with the, because of like the angle and whatnot, you actually can't really get it in there. And this, you can just, wow, this one's all rusty. I gotta get a new one. You can just do that and depth mic it, boom, bang, done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so as shown, prepare as follows. Make sure that says Y. It says Y. Show picture quantity. Okay, rear plate M312s, Y motor, and then we attach that motor. Wires coming down. Rear plate. So on the current Prusa Minis, the real ones, these are injection molded. I had to print these. Wow. Wow, the color, I gotta fix the colors on this monitor, or on this camera. Okay. Yeah, don't bother with Loctite, just cross-thread it. Cross-threading is nature's Loctite. So M312s. Is it blue or green? It's sky blue. Look at the thumbnail for the video. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there, and that goes there. Did you have to share some personal information with that coffee? I did not have the Tim Hortons app downloaded because why the hell would I download the Tim Hortons app? So no, I did not. Do I have a hot end? I have many hot ends. This kit came with a hot end, so it's automatically better than the last Physec kit I built. Those that know what I'm talking about, let out a hearty chuckle. Okay. For that, after assembly, check whether the screws are tight and whether the motor can rotate normally and whether the instrument is correct. Okay, that seems good. Okay, so front plate. We gotta put a nylock in that little spot there. Do I have a cold end? Maybe. Yeah, I honestly, when I bought this camera used. I don't even think they like did a factory firmware reset on it. So I'm sure the person who had this camera before me, it's an A6300. They were a photographer person, like they did photography. So I'm sure they probably have some like weird setting on it for photography that makes the colors better for photography that kind of screw me in this regard. So. Okay, so this actually wants to move a little bit. So just leave that there, okay. So nylock, that goes there. And then we put M520s. And we put 2 of those in like that, okay. Okay, so I'm assuming the longer one is for Z. Okay, so, oh no, they are all tapped. What are the printed parts printed from? ABS. These are Sparta 3D Sparkle ABSs. Sky blue and fluorescent pink. Okay. So those go in. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we're putting the bed together already. So it looks like they changed the bed because this bed already has the spacers as part of the bed. So that's really install 9 hex spacers. So I don't need to install the spacers, it looks like. So that's good. Okay, so let's put our bearings on. Those. Get some U-bolts. Good old U-bolts. Permanently attached. They're part of the casting. Like these are casted. Like this carriage is casted, and these are casted into it, so they are permanent. Will I lube the bearings? This time, yes. Yes, I'm pre-lubing the bearings this time, believe me. Believe that. We'll just use some super lube because I have that on hand. So these are LMU 8, right? Yeah, 8 mil. Yeah. Okay, so easy way to lube up bearings. Okay, for those that don't know, a very easy way to do this is there's all kinds of tools and whatnot, whatever to make for printing to do this. All you need is the bearing and the rod for the right size. You take your lube, you splooge a little bit into the bearing like so. You put your finger over the one end and you take the rod and you shove it into the bearing. Okay. And a whole bunch extra will ooze out. And at this point you realize you should have grabbed paper towels. Okay. Wipe away all the excess. And you're done. And that's it. By putting your thumb or your finger on the other side of the hole while you push in the rod, it basically forces the lube into all the nooks and crannies, all the tight little spots and around all the balls. And there's no way I can say any of this with a straight face and somebody chuckling. So the words are the words that I used, and those are the words. So it is what it is. We are mature adults here. Hopefully. And I'm sorry if you find that funny, then well, it's not my fault. There we go. Yeah, I've tried printed tools for this. There's like a printed little like thing you screw onto the end and you squirt it in and it like splooges it out and whatnot. I found honestly this is the easiest, quickest, and simplest way to efficiently pack bearings. It just works. And hopefully I don't got to do it much because I'm running out of paper towels. So, wifey, if you happen to be watching, I could use some more paper towels. I don't think she's watching. She sometimes tunes in. And demonetize. No, Kathleen, please, no. I promise I'll be a good streamer. Okay. That's done. Okay, so flip it over, bearing in, U-bolt, well, they really don't want to go in. Grab a percussive assistance device. Get in there. The problem is it's like open too much, so it's like one on, two on, Yeah, don't be afraid. If you need a kinetic assistance device to help seat stuff sometimes, you just need it. It do be as it is, though. It do be as it is. Okay, and also make sure you got your the orientation of your bearings correct. Remember, there's a way to properly orientate these with the X pattern of the bearing run itself. Yep, deploy the BFH 9000. There we go. Got one in. Two more to go. Anyone else hearing a squeaky noise? Might be the music? Mind showing what you mean by align the bearing? Sure. Give me 1 second here. Because it's actually easier for me to do with paint. Okay, so let me open up my graphical assistance educational device. So you got your rod here, okay? So you got your rod here, and you got the rod here, okay? So you got 2 rods, and then you have your bed, okay? So your bed, your carriage is like this, okay? So the way you want your bearings, if you look down them, you got 4 runs of bearings coming down the inside the bearing. You got 4 runs of ball bearings, okay? So when you look at it from the front, you want them to be in a cross pattern, okay? You don't want them being like a T, okay? So the reason for that is the load right here is pushing down. You got your gravity, right? Gravity is a thing. So the load is in this direction. It's pushing down. So by having your bearings here and here, and then on the opposing force, you're weighted on 2 sets of bearings evenly, okay? When you have it like this, basically all the force is on this 1 run of bearings. It makes more noise and it causes them to wear out quicker. So you want X, not that. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, the same is kind of true for vertical setup too. So if you were, your gantry, your tool head is also on bearings. So you would want to X like this. You wouldn't want them like this, okay? If this was your gantry. There we go. And I am trying to like screw these in evenly, like equal force. There we go. Okay, so we got our carriage built. so I need my Y belt tension assembly. Which, what does that look like? Is that it? No. Is that it? Yes. Two M312s. Go. Okie dokie. So, orientate it like that. Got the holes like that, and that goes like that. Okay. Okay. That looks like that. Okay, so now we need M3 European standard profile nuts and some rods. Cut the two slide rods into that and put those in. Okay, so let's get some rods. Oh, the bottom fell out. Tezza, thank you for becoming a member. And cheers to whoever bought some Only Benchies merch. So we need, what are they? 280 millimeter long rods. Okay, luckily they're all the same. That makes it easier. Hooray for standardization. So these should, oh yeah, they slide in like a dream. Like a glove. Are they the right profiles? I don't know. We'll find out in a second here. Okay, so those go in. So I need one on the top and two on the sides. Okay. And now we're assembling the base. Okay, so as shown, okay, so as shown, pay attention gently, slide it smooth in, note linear bearings, okay. So the side that has the divot should only have one. So this goes like this. Okay, good. We didn't lose any ball bearings. It's a little crunchy, but it's unsupported yet. Zombie Hedgehog, thoughts on linear rails versus linear rods? Depends on your distance. The advantage with linear rails is you can support them the entire length of the run. Rods are unsupported except at the ends. So if you have a big printer on rods, you can have droop in the middle, and there's really no way to counteract that. Also, is my Rode USB charging again? Shouldn't be. Nope. I can unplug it if you think that's the issue. Sure, yeah, but then you're fighting, then you got heavier rods, and you got more moving mass. There's always a downside. There's always a trade-off. Still there, I don't know. Like, here, 1 second. I'm gonna go quiet, turn the music off, and I have a noise filter, so you shouldn't hear anything. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know what the issue is then. So is it, if it's there with the music off? Yeah, so I don't know. Some people are saying the audio is not an issue. If it's multiple people saying it's an issue, I'll look into it more, but it doesn't appear to be. So. Okay, so we got that. Now we put the other end on. And we screw it together. Okie dokie. Oh. Hopefully I didn't break any wires doing that. Yeah, we're good. Hopefully. If it dies, it dies. It's not a Prusa Mini. Oop. Okay, so I will say it feels a little harder to move than the Mark III, but it's still pretty smooth. Like, it's not moving under its own force. It's not binding. I will say, looking at the design of the Y motion on this printer, it's pretty shit simple. It's actually pretty cool. A level surface. He's level enough. This is the YOLO build. Okay, Y idler. So we gotta put some stuff together. It actually moves. It moves better than the Mark III, I will say. There we go. Printed part. M320. Make sure the part is square, cause me issues. I will double check. Honestly, I'm just gonna build it. I'll put it on the granite slab like once it's all together and make sure it's all squared up. It's just right now my granite slab is a little busy. Where are my shitty square nuts? Do I not have square nuts? Oh, they're there. Make sure the U-bolts are not too tight. Okay. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was the U-bolts. I guess that's why they're nylock. Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it was definitely that. Now it's pretty good. Okay. So square nuts. Need 2 square nuts. Yeah, I could see why they moved away from U-bolts. A synchronous wheel. I need a synchronous wheel. Which kind of synchronous? I guess they're the same. Okay. I need to put one of these in the hole. Go in your hole. Okay. That goes there. Oh, there's another screw nut on this side too. Go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so what are we at right now? We're almost an hour in. Okay. So I'm going to take this time to announce well, not announce, remind two things. One, if you have not yet, go enter for the draw to win some Polymaker filament. I'm going to try and remember to do that like every hour because I'm horrible at reminding about those things. So every hour I'm going to try and remind. But basically, go do that now. Okay? Go enter. If you haven't entered, go do that. And while you're in the description, while you're scrolling down there, make sure you like that smash button. Consider becoming subscribed to the channel if you're not. Ring the bell. Other YouTuber sayings that I'm supposed to say because they work. You know, I hate saying them, but I say them anyways because they work. Also, I just want to throw this out as a reminder that E3D is doing a fundraiser and an auction right now for the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation. For those that are unfamiliar, Sanjay was one of the founders of E3D. He tragically passed away near the end of last year, and E3D is doing a little fundraiser in his name. So if you have the chance, I'm going to link it here in chat right now. Consider checking it out. They're doing some auctions for some filament, some printers, some other things, some beer. Actually, I might bid on that one. I like my beer. But also, if you just want to donate, they do have a Just Giving page. If you just wish to donate to the foundation, if you have, you know, a couple spare bucks, consider throwing some in. It's for a good cause. So, just going to throw that out there. Okay, back to printers. After I get some coffee. Okie dokie. So we have that. We have that. That goes in there. So we need our Y belt, which is 495. Ah! I'm losing stuff. So hopefully they're the same length. If not, I'm going to have to do some conversion. They are different lengths. Okay, so the Y belt is 495 millimeters. I don't have anything that can measure that in one go. I do have a 30 centimeter scale though. Okay. I'm not doing the fundraiser stream yet because I don't have I got to talk to Georgia about it. But I have no way to, if you give me money, I don't want to touch your money. I want you to give the money to that. But I want to be able to do draws and whatnot. So I want to, I don't know how to track it. I'm going to talk to Georgia on Monday about it. Okay, so that's 300. Oh, shit. So I need 495. Okay, so that's 300. Okay, so 495. I'm assuming that's the shorter one because that's 400. So that's 500. Yeah, so it's the shorter one. Okay. There we go. Okay, and 2 M20s. Noise starts. So are there multiple people hearing some random noise going on right now? Like, are there multiple people hearing random noise? Let me try restarting this. The thing is, I haven't changed any settings. I haven't changed a single setting. Like, we're running the same settings that we always run. I did do a computer reboot. Okay, one second. I'm gonna mute you guys because I'm gonna listen to my stream for a second here. So, 1 second. Okay, I'm just gonna talk and see if I can hear anything. So I'm just gonna keep talking and see what I can hear. Ooh. Okay, I am hearing something. Yeah, give me a second here. Mute that so I don't hear myself. Okay, let me okay, I just turned the noise filter off. Maybe the noise filter is what's causing it. I turned the noise filter off. Check wire connection. Though. Much. Give me a second. Okay, we're just gonna, whoa, peeking a bit. I'm just gonna try the mic that's built into the Rode to see if that helps with anything. Check the USB connection. There's no USB. There's no USB plugged into the mic. So it's back now. So it's back now. It's still doing it. Gone now. It's fixed. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we'll go with this mic. Okay. Huh. It's not there, it's fixed. Okay. Let me put the filter back on then. Well, here, I'll just turn the music off. Okay, so the music's off. So the music's off. And right now, it's just the mic that's built into the Rode. So it's still good. Sanity's saying it's still good. I trust Sanity. So yeah. Noise filter's on. I always run with a noise filter, so it's got to be good with the noise filter. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it might have been the... shoot. Okay, so I got to fix that then. So it's obviously the lav portion of the mic. But I can't really complain because that's like a $15 lav that I've been using for like 2 years. So... we're just going to go with that. I've got enough people saying it's fine, so we're just going to roll with it. Sorry about the audio issues there. Brandon, 1999, beer game strong. Thank you. I still hear something there. Not bad. Somewhere it's going to be bad. Okay. Why Outpost Pilot or Van Hout? I've never heard of Outpost or Pilot in my life. And Van Hout, don't you buy that at like grocery stores, like the shitty grocery store coffee? Okay, we're gonna roll with it. Enough people say it's fine. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on. I gotta figure out where my other lav is because I have a backup one. So. Okie dokie. So we gotta put a belt in, was it the top? Oh, this is going to be super awesome, awkward to do. So we put belt there, go through there, go through motor, go back. Okie dokie. I can do that. I can do that. Vinhouse been doing second wave coffee for 100 years out of Montreal. Oh, that's an 11-hour drive for me, so I don't think I'm going to go partake in it anytime soon, unfortunately. I got Timmy's because it's like 2 minutes from my house. Otherwise, I would get McDonald's because I prefer McDonald's coffee to Timmy's coffee, honestly. There we go. Okay. Which way does this go? I'm assuming. Oh, it goes this way. Goes this way. Okay. Okay, so that, as shown, install the YN belt into the thing, loop around, and then put that in. Okay. Why not Cactico coffee? I've never heard of that. It's got a tattoo. Oh, the tattoo. Yeah, the tattoo, the little star I went from going to an art in the park today with the family. Yeah, I'm a gangster. I got a tattoo. Honestly, I'm not a huge, I like, don't get me wrong, I drink coffee, but I'm not really picky with it. I'm not a huge, like, coffee connoisseur. Coffee for me is, I just need something because I'm tired and I need something to keep me awake a bit. So I'm not super picky with my coffees. I do have a French press and a grinder, so for a while there, I was really into, like, making my own coffee. Like, I'd grind my own beans and use a French press and make, like, a cup in the morning. But then I got lazy. So. Okay. Yeah, belt seemed decently tensioned. That's good there. I really like this Y assembly. This is actually a very smart Y assembly. It's so simple. I actually really like that Y assembly. Okay. Wants me to put the bed on already. Okay. Now, we are going to check this first before we go too far. I want to take the little cover off. Oops, wrong button. I'm going to take the cover off here and see what it looks like under the hood before we actually to see what we got. Make sure it's safe. Also, I got to swap it to a color matched part. How smooth? These feel pretty good. They feel on par as the Mark III. So they are screwed down. They got proper connectors on it. Seems okay. I'm okay with that. Is it this one or this one? Does this snap over top of it? What the heck? There we go. The slide, yeah. There we go. Oh no, my cover. Does it include gates? It includes belts that say 2GT on it. It includes belts that say 2GT. That's what we're working with here. Belts are not very good. Replaced them. Well, that's one of the things we're looking into. We're seeing what you get. The power supply says Meanwell, and as far as I know, is legit Meanwell. There we go. Okay, so we swapped this blue part. I didn't bother with the bottom because you know you don't see it, but we swapped that. As for these parts that yeah, they're okay. I'm pretty sure they're PETG. Yeah, is what it is. In the bin. Okay. So, mount the bed. And what do I mount it with? M3... M32? M36. Oh yeah, I'm going to be using a different screw because because I'm using a different one because they changed it so that they're yeah. Loosen the wire. That's how you adjust belt tension. Oh, I know. The belts are tension pretty good, I think, for now. I can always adjust them later. That is direct mount? Yep. That's why you got a probe. You let the probe do all the hard work. The teal, it's sky blue. It's Sparta 3D Sky Blue Sparkle ABS. Why I've been messing with enders again? I don't know. You're budget conscious? Oh look, they give me one extra screw. That's nice. Hopefully I don't need it for anything else because I think, oh no, I still got it back. Okay. So I printed all these parts at 100.5, so 100.5 degree or percent scale. And so far everything's going together pretty good. What temp? I print at, I think 150. I print a little bit warmer. Okay, so the screen, so. That goes there, M3/8. Okay. So. Do that. Oh, 250. Yeah, 250. Sorry. It's ABS. It prints at a normal temperature. Yeah, 250. I think I do like 255 first layer and then 255 after. I think. Don't do a temperature tower. Adjust accordingly. Use what you think is right for your machine. This is the 2.8, I believe. Yeah, it's a 2.8 because I printed both, and this is a smaller one, and that's what I'm using. So, yeah, I pretty much use the same profile with all my ABSs. It's kind of I'd rather overcook it a little bit than print it a little too cold. Well, 5-degree difference, honestly, could be a million of things. Like, as you go above, as you print warmer, the temperature drift with a thermistor, and I'm just using like Revo, so whatever the thermistor is in the Revo is, the 104 GT, I think. 5 degrees, if I print 5 degrees different than you and yours work to my work, don't worry about it. Like, 5 degrees is nothing. There's so many variables at play. Like, chamber temperature, ambient air temperature, humidity. If you're, don't go bumping it to 250 because I print at 250. If 245 works for you, stick with what works for you. Okay, what's going on? PP trucker, what's going on? Chat, do you think you need an enclosure for toxic fumes? Define toxic fumes. Are you talking about the normal off-gassing from printing like ABS? My printers are enclosed, but I don't do anything with the fumes. Like, I don't run charcoal filters or anything. How I print ABS, and I find this works very good for me. This room is sealed. Well, sealed, quote unquote. The air vent is blocked, and I actually ran gasket sealant, like the foam gasket sealant around the door. So when the door is closed, and I'm in the basement, basically everything that stays in this room stays in this room. Okay, my printers also have the foam insulation around the outside of all the panels. Okay, and the yucky stuff from off-gassing of ABS, the oils and whatnot, the yucky stuff floats. It's in hot air. Hot air rises. So by sealing up my printers, I have no holes in it. Any hole that I do have for like the Bowden tube, I use a fitting or whatever, so it's sealed up. I print with the panels on, and I let the printer come down to room temperature before I open it up. That way all the yucky stuff settles on the walls inside the printer. So. Oh, David's here. Everyone say hi, David. David, please don't tell Joe. I know you got him in your DMs. Please don't tell Joe, okay? This is not an original Prusa. Please don't tell Joe. Okay, gotta put the little knob on now. Where is it? I'm really loving these colors, by the way. Like, come on. These are some awesome colors for this, I will say. Okay. So an M312. Why am I putting the display on already? I feel like I'm going to break it. About ASA, treat ABS and ASA the same. ABS and ASA are pretty much the same thing at the end of the day. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh, no. Don't go to a car alone. Oh, no. Well, luckily, I have somebody from the Voron team driving with me. So I got a bodyguard. Plus, I am driving through Detroit. So if I need to get some protection, I can pick some stuff up. Don't start my car. Brandon Cantler, $9.99. Cheers. Thanks for all the videos. Built 2 different Vorons without harassing Discord. Well, you don't have to harass. The Discord's there for help. Okay, that might have fallen. There we go. Cream 20 cactaco? Is it like potato? Coffee. Gonna send you some coffee. Oh, okay then. Oh, you're a coffee company. Okay, that makes sense. That comment that somebody said, I think that was you a little bit earlier, makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, if you want to, I do have a PO box now. For those that I keep forgetting to mention it at the beginning of the stream, but I do have a PO box now. If you want to send me stuff to the PO box, it should pop up in chat there. But I do have a PO box. Just be aware, if you send me anything, it has to be through the mail. If you send it via a courier service like DHL, UPS, FedEx, I don't get it because my post office can't sign for it. There we go. You told me. Sorry. Honestly, chat scrolls by so quick sometimes. I try to pay attention. I miss stuff. I'm sorry. Okay. So we got that. We got that. Ooh, we're on to the extruder. I don't even have my Z in. Why am I doing my extruder already? David likes coffee. Everyone likes coffee. Except for the British. The British. Is that the piece I need? No. No. The only UPS store is a bit of a drive from me, like 15-20 minutes, whereas my post office is like right there. I don't go that direction, so. So FedEx and UPS should somehow be able to facilitate USPS deliveries since they somehow do something out the middle. I don't know. I just went and got a Canada Post one because it's the cheapest and the simplest one, at least from what I looked up. So how is their Prusa instructions? Well, it's a PDF. It's not bad. It's there. I don't have the little tips from the little pop-up Joseph though. And this is again is from the company that we aren't naming. If you're curious which one it is. Tea Earl Grey hot. Senzi, thank you for coming a member. Okay, so what do I need? I need a 625 ZZ, some gear stuff. Let me just grab all the gear stuff. M312s and some nuts. That's a lot of nuts. Third-party PR are usually cheaper than USPS. I'm not in the US. I'm in Canada. But I got this for a year. We'll see how it goes. Actually, let me check it. Because I checked the one. PO box. Canada. Let me just see how much USPS. Canada Post. UPS. Because I don't even have a FedEx store anywhere near me. Like, the FedEx store is like the other side of town. Okay. Let me see how much it would have been. I think I got to go in to do it. Packaging and shipping services, printing, mailbox services. Safe secure mail. Let's see how much. Oh, I gotta contact him to find out. I know the problem is the USPS store or the UPS store is a little bit of a drive. Delivered to Staples. Yeah, Staples is a little bit. I don't live in town. That's my problem. So. That's okay. The problem is if you try to send me something with FedEx, I usually get hit with $1 million in fees anyway. So I try to avoid FedEx as much as possible, honestly. Oh, these are M3 nuts. Somebody who will remain anonymous recently sent me a Prusa Mark III for the build series, and that ended up costing me like $200 from FedEx. So, yeah, London's a yeah, I'm not driving to London, man. I like my little post office because I can stop by on the way dropping and picking the little guy up at daycare. USPS. I don't live in America, so I can't use USPS. I live in Canada, eh? And I did remember looking for... I looked it up online, and I remember reading somewhere that Canada Post was cheaper than UPS up here. So, it is what it is. Okay, so we've got the nuts in there. I gotta put a bearing in here. This is not the right bearing. This is the right bearing. Self-declaring, I usually don't because I gotta drive to the other side of town to do that. And drive all the way back, so it ends up taking like over an hour of my day, plus waiting at customs, which you know how fun waiting at customs is. Ooh, that fit perfect in there. Okay, so I need my E-motor. Set screw that's not pre-installed. Yeah, oh, self-declares. I had to go down there once for, I think it was a Super Racer. Yeah, it was a Super Racer. So FL Sun sent me a Super Racer last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. And they sent it, and they declared a value of like $75 on it because they were going to be nice, right? So I wouldn't pay customs and duties. The problem is, whoever was working the border that day, or customs that day, looked at it and went, oh, hell nah, this is not $75. It weighs 10 kilograms and says 3D printer on it. So, I had to go down there, spend like more of my time than I wanted to, and get it all cleared up. And it ended up costing me like, I don't know, whatever the price is and then duty on it. So yeah, don't fudge around with the value of something, especially when it's going through customs, because all they have to do is just look at it and be like, nah, we're just not going to let it into the country. And then it becomes a big pain in the butt at that point. DHL always seems, you know what? DHL has always been good to me up here, at least. 8.6 millimeters. That seems quite far. Well, that's what it is. Like the folks at Bamboo, they sent me the X1 Carbon. They sent this DHL. They shipped it on Sunday afternoon, their time. So it didn't even leave Hong Kong till Monday, and I got it Friday. Like it showed up Friday morning. Am I going to Loctite it? Nope, the manual doesn't say to. And we're not going to be using the stock extruder for too long. Let's be honest. This ain't going to stay stock long. Is that really 8.6 millimeters? Yeah, no, it is. Okay. So now, that goes there. This goes like this, and this goes like that. And now I need some M312s. What do I think about cross XY printers? Interesting. I may want to build one at some point, but nothing on my immediate horizon. What modifications? Hotend, extruder, clipper, and potentially a few other things we're going to play around with. Is it worth the hype? Well, as I can see from my position right now, it's in a cardboard box. Beyond that, I can't say anything. Revo? Yeah, Revo. Okay, so we got that. Okay, note that the end face of it must be flush with that. Okay, that looks good. Now we gotta put the gear in. Okay. Goes in like that. Keep the two ends of the gears are kept level. Okay. Good. It's ever so slightly different, but I think we're okay. Do I have taxes on the bamboo? Hopefully. I think it was like 60 bucks DHL billed me for it, so. BF Dennis! 5 gifted community memberships. Cheers. Okay, so we got that. Okay, now we gotta put the idler together. Which I think it's this. Yep. Like that. F625 ZZ. ZZ. ZZ? ZZ. That. Bearing pin. And the square nut. Did I say cheers, Dennis, for the 5 community memberships? I don't know. Did I just did? That was the Prusa for me. I don't know. I haven't built it. I would have liked to build a Prusa Mini. Actually, I wanted to build the Prusa Mini more than the Prusa Mark III, but that's not what ended up happening. So, okay, so this goes in here. Freaking square nuts. I will rue the day. By the way, how is the mic sound compared to normal? Like, because right now we're just using the onboard mic on the road. Normally I have a lav plugged into it. But does this sound the same, better, worse than normal? Same. Okay, that's what I figured. I know, the thing is, I just don't like having, if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you see people using these mics all the time and they just clip them on. I just don't like having this there. That's why I like putting the pocket and then running the lav. So I gotta find my spare lav. Okay. So, this goes in like that. And that pin goes there. That, oh, wrong button. We got that there. Okay, so we got some M340s. M340s, those are big. 30, 30, 30. 25. I don't have M340s. M340s, where are my M340s? Uh-oh. Are they in a different bag? Did you not give me M340s? DFH! 20s. I got 30s. I don't have M340s. Ruh-roh. There's only one. I need one. Like, it's not a big deal. I have it in stock. I can grab one out of my own stock, but it must be in there. Yeah, you know what? You know what? You know what? Oh, look. I found it. There we go. I found it. There we go. Actually, wait, that's a button head. Oops. I don't want a button head. Give me a socket head. Is that a silver one? Yeah, there we go. You saw nothing. Okay. M325s. I'll find it later. It'll show up. It always ends up doing. The evidence was planted. So for those, that, the spring, the bearing, an M3 nut. And a single nylock. Actually, it sounds very Midwestern. I don't have the normal Canadian twang. Well, okay there, buddy. So if you're wondering why I don't have the Canadian accent, it's because I live in South Detroit. That's why. Journey wrote a song about it once. Okay. Is it Porygon? Ooh, Porygon. We can call it Porygon. Yeah. No, it's ABS. Okay, so we put that in. No, South Detroit. Detroit is north of me. I remember I had to do a service call when I worked at the tool shop. I had to do a service call. It was in it was Chattanooga, Tennessee. I ended up in Coleman, Alabama, because the mold was so broken we had to bring it to our shop there to fix it. And I went with it to fix it because the people there hadn't worked on the tool before. So I'm at Coleman, Alabama. I'm in a line at a KFC, getting like way too much food for $5 because holy shit, fast food is cheap in the States. And I'm in a rental car that says, oh, that has Ohio plates on it. So I come up and the nice little lady there at the drive-through window sees my plates and she's like, and I'm not even going to imitate the accent because she was a Southern belle. She had one of those accents and I cannot imitate it correctly and do it the credit it deserves. But she was a Southern belle. And she's like, oh, you from Ohio? And I'm like, no, I'm actually from Canada. And then she gave me the most stern look ever. And she's like, quit lying. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm from Canada. It's a rental vehicle. And she's like, you don't sound Canadian. I'm like, no, I'm Canadian. It's a rental vehicle. It's like, she was so disappointed that I wasn't talking like, you know, South Park Canadian. And I'm like, ma'am, I live 20 minutes from Detroit. What do you expect me to sound like? Bless your heart. Good old Southern hospitality. Okay. Let's put this together. I should have printed some of these in an accent color. So this, I guess, kind of goes like here. And then this goes on top. Back shoulder. Do I have a feed gear in here? Oh yeah, there's the feed gear. I guess it's all one piece. Okay. So that is that, that is that, that is that. So M325 goes through the bottom there. Okay, I'm just gonna get it started for now. Okay. And then the M340 with the spring goes through here into that. Oops. That's the tensioner. Okay. Oh, I need some Bowden. Give me some Bowden. Okay. Oh. 1 hour from Coleman, that's about as far enough for comfort. Yeah, I could say some things about my experience in Coleman, Alabama. The folks were very nice to me, I will say. But I've heard stories. And this is not the channel that is going to go into those kinds of stories. So that, M312, and okay, so this looks like, so insert the blue. Make sure this is going in. No. I wish I knew how far this goes in. Actually, I could probably just measure. Fill for the, Hey, Derek. Oh, actually, yeah, I was pretty much right. Pushing a PTFE tube into a hole is not exactly the easiest thing. You're pushing rope. Okay, so that is that. M312, lock that in place. So push that up in M312. Yeah, no spam bots, I know. It's because we haven't hit, we're at 310 likes. If enough people like the smash button and we hit 420, that's usually when the bots show up, because they find that number funny. So they usually show up around there. I don't make the rules, it just is what it is. Okay. Yeah, I know this one's just the feed one. Okay. And now we got to put a fitting in the other end. And these fittings are going to get destroyed because these are not the right fittings. I know they're not. so that just screws in there, I guess. Oh, I forgot to put the other 325s in. Where's my electric screwdriver? Oh, there it is. Derek 5, cheers. Thanks for the comment question. How do you route the Revo heater block wire in the afterburner? The stress relief thing can bend. So I usually just go up and out, basically. Yeah, the whole boot thing, you have to like go to like Northern Ontario to hear that kind of thing, or like the Maritimes and Newfoundland or whatever. Like, you need to understand, the vast majority of Canadians live within 300 kilometers of the US border. And the majority of Canadians live in like the Windsor to Toronto to Montreal corridor. Like the vast majority of our population, and then Vancouver. And then you have like the people in Alberta that think they're more special than they are. But that's kind of like the population distribution. Plus, we all grew up watching American media. So it's not like, you know, we're not, you know, accustomed and like fully immersed in all this language stuff from the States. That doesn't line up too good. This filament feed path does not line up good at all, actually. 1 second here. Not at all like Letterkenny. No. It's like Trailer Park Boys. People watch Trailer Park Boys and they think all of Canada's like that. And it's like, no, not really. Okay, so that's out. Out, out, out. Why are you tight now? Oh, no, that shouldn't have anything to do with this. Why are you tight? That's loose, that's loose, that's loose. That's loose. Oh, there's a screw. What's this one? Why are you not sitting down all the way? You are, but you are not. Yeah, look. The filament feed path. You can see where it is on the thing. It doesn't line up with the gear too well. Is there something I'm missing here? One second. Hit with the persuader. That's part 2. If what I'm about to do doesn't work. Yeah. It doesn't line up. There's like, see that gap right there? That's how much it needs to be out to line up. And when I push it together, it doesn't line up. The bearing? Maybe the bearing isn't seated down. No, the bearing's seated down all the way. Bearing is seated all the way. Let me try something else. I'm going to swap it for a different bearing that I have. See if that helps. See if that makes any difference. It could be like a seating issue. And if not, we're just going to YOLO it because, again, the stock extruder will not be on this long. But, data point. Data point. The old Mobius, that M4. It's not the Mobius 4, it's the M4, but same difference. Oh, still out. Oh well. Is what it is. Is what it is. Okay. Okay, put all that together. Why does it feel like I'm missing something on the top? Should there be something on the top here? I feel like there should be something up top here. Oh yeah, that filament's way out. Oh well, it is what it is. There's a door on the top? Well, it doesn't show a door in the manual here. Okay. So now we need those pieces. So we got this piece. We're going to put one single layer there. So we gotta put a whole bunch of square T-nuts in this. Okay, or square nuts. Okie dokie. Well, to be fair, you don't really need a door there. Like, it's not like it's essential. Do I have a little catch for that? Yeah, right here. Yeah, they completely forgot about this door completely. Well, the door just kind of, like, it doesn't really do anything. Like, it just keeps stuff from falling in. I think it just screws into plastic anyways. Nope. 320. Go to the original manual? Nope. We are not using the original. We're using what we were given. Well, they don't even have like a nut for it there. I just whatever. You don't really like all this is for is just to like look in. This does nothing but just appearance, I guess. Oh well, it is what it is. YOLO. Square nuts. What time are we at anyways? 10 o'clock almost. What does 10 o'clock mean, kids? Drink time. I don't know if YouTube has rules against actually saying that, but it is decrease in sobriety time. I'm loving this pink. I am loving this color scheme. What were we originally? We're gonna do pink and purple, and then somebody said pink and blue, and I can't remember who said that yesterday. But yeah, I'll go check for the doggo in a second here. I got a feeling he might be upstairs because I think my wife already went to bed. Hey, you want to say hi? Come on. Come say hi. Come on. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. Come here. Hey, come here. Come on. Come on. You can say hi. Come on. Come on. Why are you? What is up with you? I don't know why it's not auto-focusing. Okay. There we go. There's it. No. Ooh. Oh shit. No, come here. It's okay. It's okay. You touch yourself, buddy. What happened? have to take a look at it. Hopefully, is that a tick? Oh. What'd you do? Hey, you hurt yourself, buddy. You gotta be careful. Daddy, I'll take care of that after. Hey. Getting old. You gotta be careful. You're getting old. Okay. Poor guy has a cut on the top of his head. No, I don't think it's a tick. I live in an area. We don't really. Ticks aren't a huge issue where I am, but they are a thing. I have seen them in the backyard in the past, but I've never seen them on any of us or him. But it's like he bumped his head on something and there's like a little chunk out of his head missing. That brushing yesterday didn't even get all out. Nice house shoes, Mr. Roger. Hey man, these are comfy. When you're standing on your feet, shoes give you support. And when you're standing for 3 hours on this floor is concrete with like the cheapest like fake wood linoleum on it. Well, there's no tick. It's just like a chunk of it's like a horsefly took a chunk out of him or something. I don't know. I gotta go take a look after the stream. Poor guy. He's getting old. Poor guy. Okay, so that put all those in. I think we got them all. M312s. Startastic, $5. Obligatory doggo. Cheers. Where's Duff? We haven't had a $6.99 Duff doggo in a while. So these, I guess, just kind of go in there and so after it is all. Okay. Oh, because the rods go through here, so these just hold them tight, I guess. Boilers are not doing. Oh, is the hockey on? I missed it. Did I miss the Duff $6.99 doggo? Oh, there he is. Duff $6.99 doggo. I did miss it. Sorry. Okay. So we got that. Now I need the other part, R1. Where's R1? R1. There we go. Okay, so I need to put a square nut and a not square nut. So a square nut and a not square nut. Yeah, concrete. Yeah, like I actually for a while just wore my sandals down here, like my outdoor sandals. But I went and actually just bought a pair of like, I don't even know what kind. Are they Skechers? I don't know. They're just slip-on shoes, like just slip-on shoes that I bought like Globo or whatever. But they're nice on the feet when you're down here for like 3. Well, usually considering there's the getting ready for stream and after stream time, I'm usually down here for 4 hours straight on my feet, and it does get a little, you know, my feet hurt at the end of the stream usually. But I've been up since 5 today, and I spent 4 hours walking around an art in the park today, so was out in a boot today doing stuff. Where is my sacrificial M3? Good night, Brandon. Crocs are the best. I don't think I've ever owned Crocs. Yeah, I don't think I've ever owned Crocs. James 5, cheer. Kids doggo found my printer goes ver. Kids doggo found my printer goes ver. Ooh, cool. Okay. So we got that. So we got our mini Z carriage. We got that. We got that. Okay. So now we got to put all this together. So C is a motor. use some of these long barons. Gloves. Not the gloves. Sanity 50, cheers. Anti-fatigue mat fun. The problem is I did that when we were in the other room. Okay, I had a mat. The problem with the mat is I don't really have room for a full-size mat. I had like the ones that like you can like different, like clip together or whatever. But the problem with the mat is with all the like, you know, scrap from 3D printing and whatever that collects on the floor, stuff gets stuck in it. Stuff gets like embedded in it, and like when you can't really sweep the floor easily when you got a mat in the way. It got kind of annoying. Plus, I don't always stand in one spot. I'm moving around in here, right? Because I have a bench here, although to be fair, right now, it's not like I could really do much work on it right now. As you can see, it's a little full of stuff. But, you know, sometimes I'm working on the bench over here, so I'm moving around. So instead of having an anti-fatigue mat, I just get shoes, and I'm anti-fatigue everywhere. Big brain. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I went over this at the beginning of the stream. Oop, before I do this though, get a tissue paper or paper towel. If you do it right, you should not have much come out of the end. Go. Good. The cap we use to print. Well, this is the easy way to do it. You don't need any extra tools, and it works pretty dang good. It's nice to have some gloves, but other than that, you don't really need anything. Remind me to wipe down the build plate with ISO before we actually print, because I'm resting the gloves on it. Okay. So I'm just gonna, you know, grab what I need as I go. So I'm gonna need the nut though. So let's get the nut off the motor. So I figured this would be a 2-stream build and then a stream of printing with it, like we normally do. Keep me in content for a bit. I'm just surprised the instructions have us put the screen on already. 4.8 mil. Okay. Like, it's a little early for that, don't you think? Oh, I forgot. Drink time. Until Doom Micron. I thought we were doing salad fork first. So tonight is my usual go-to, some JP Weiser's Deluxe. I like my scotches, but they're a little pricey, so my usual go-to is a Canadian whiskey of some sort. So if you got it, drink it. On the actual Prusa. Well, this is like one of the things. We're seeing what happens if you decide to not go original. Because let's be honest, these are the same parts as a Prusa. Different sourcing of the parts, but it's the same parts as a Prusa. Have I thought about doing a double dragon? No. I'll be honest, I don't do multi-material that often. And when I do, I already have more than enough machines for it. Plus, doing an IDEX setup on a build plate that small Leaves you like no room for purge. So how are you gonna purge? Wild turkey? I think I've had wild turkey. Yeah, I've had wild turkey. Okay, so we've done that. We got that. We got the motor coming out there. All the motor mounts on this thing are crooked. What's with that? Like, all the motors on this thing mount on an angle. Looking for JP Wisers here. Hard to find. Where do you live at? Shouldn't be that hard to find. Am I interested in the Prusa XL auto head? I have an XL dually, a two-headed XL on order, pre-ordered. So I will be playing with that when I get that. Believe me. Believe that. Okay. Okay, so we have that. So install the mini Z carriage as shown, figure 1, pay attention. Use two M3 12 cylinder bullheads to lock it. Install the 2 linear bearings in the grooves, okay. So it's kind of hard to see, but there's like little grooves in the printed part that these kind of, they don't move, like they sit in. And again, you're gonna want to orientate them. Goes right there. Put the top on. Okay. And then M330s hold it together. Does IDEX need purging? You might want to. You might want at least a purge block for like priming the nozzles if you're printing like a multicolor print. But who was asking about? I can't. JP Rye. The Rye's okay. And again, I'm pretty sure Deluxe is aged. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I like my ryes, I like my whiskeys. I'm not super picky. I used to drink a lot of mixed drinks, like rum and cokes, and then I got old and the extra calories aren't the greatest for you. So I'm just like, you know what, I'll just drink it. Something I can find, drink neat. Well, I was saying bubblegum, but somebody said Porygon, so we might end up just going with Porygon. Oh, okay. Well, here's the funny thing. JP Wisers, it's made here. Like, Wisers is made in Windsor, Ontario. Like, I can go on a tour of the distillery. Like, it's like right over there. Right on the waterfront where they make it. Okay, so the nut. And M320s. Show my P.O. box on Friday. Nice. Yeah, I check the P.O. box on Fridays. Because anytime you ship something to Canada, like, there's always a chance it'll just get stuck at the border for a week. And I have no control over it. Ask DFH about that. Okay, so that is that. Easy peasy. So that goes like that. finished product, finished product. So they sit on top of each other? Oh, okay. So this goes like that. M325. Oh. Oh, that's why. Okay, so that's why that top thing doesn't... I'm like, where does this come from? That random bolt that I didn't realize does anything for the door. Yeah, and they probably have you put the damn door in right now. Yeah, there's the door. Okay, so it's M325s hold it together. That makes a bit of sense. And it's just 2 screws that hold it together, it looks like. Yeah. Got one there. And one there. Yeah, just 2 screws. Okay. Okay. We got the door. Door opens and closes. It's all one piece now. Cool. And now the other end. Okay. Do that. Put some square nuts. I will say that the square nuts are going into these ABS printed parts that I scaled a heck of a lot easier than they did on the PETG parts from Prusa. But that's what happens when you can, you print them yourself. You have a little bit more control to dial it into the way you like things versus just kind of worst case scenario always all the time. Dry counties. That's a thing I'll never understand, is a dry county. Where's the fun in that? What happened to the twisted apron strap? We sacrificed it in the name of community engagement. Because y'all keep asking about it. And YouTube likes when you guys talk and chat. Because apparently it got... some people got really angry that I kept cutting the mic accidentally. The vast majority of times were actually accidental. But apparently people didn't like that. So I can't do that anymore. So instead, I do random things that make you guys ask questions in chat. You haven't even found a ball yet. That's the funny part. $312s. Jack Daniels is made in a dry county. They have to, otherwise it wouldn't be able to leave the county. They wouldn't make it out of the factory door. Who gets mad at creative content? You would be surprised. So M312s. Super hole. Oh, okay, so put some in here. Yeah, you'd be surprised the things people leave comments over and get angry about and whatnot. Like it's kind of sad at times. It's like, really, you're making a thing about that, really? The glasses are on upside down. I should have tapped these. Johnny Walker Black. It's okay. Let's put these in until the ends of the bolts are flush with the head. What's the answer to life, the universe, and everything? A job that you don't hate. And not working stupid crazy hours. No, that's coming in crooked. Let me fix this. How are the square nuts? Square nuts are actually fine. I don't have any issues with the square nuts. Oop. Gotta find that screw. Yep. Drill bit, I mean. Yeah, power tapping plastic. Like a boss. No one has noticed the fake beard yet. I know, I'm surprised. I know the answer is 42. It's just, it's such a cliched question that I didn't answer at 42. Because everyone knows the answer is 42. Oh, I grabbed the wrong screw. You gotta have fun. Plus now I get engagement again from everyone going, that's not the answer, it's 42. There we go. Okay, we got that, we got that, we got that. Now I need the Mini X carriage. Ooh. Oh, that's what that is. Wow, that's a small carriage. Okay. Need some more bearings. Gloves. Don't forget the towel. Just talk crap about Jameson. I like Jameson. I'm not, you know what? If you ever had Summersby, okay? Summersby is a, it's like a hard apple cider. It's like a, is it an apple cider? I don't know. It's fizzy though. Is apple cider fizzy? I don't know. But Summersby is like a hard apple cider. Anyways, long story short, get yourself some Summersby and add like a shot or two of Jameson to it. So good. Ah. Oop, oop, oop. Just be careful though, it's so high in sugar. If you like decided like, oh, I'm just gonna drink a ton of these all night, you're gonna hate life in the morning. So much sugar in it. Just regular Jameson, I believe. Brandon, 20, cheers. Whiskey and bourbon makes your beard grow faster. Welcome. Cheers. Well, that would explain a lot. How many chat drink White Claw? I've had a few. They're okay. The problem I find with them, it's like the my problem with White Claw is like the same problem I have with like what was the it's not pop. It's not a pop or a soda, as some of you call it. But it's like the fizzy like fruit flavored, like it's not juice obviously, but it just tastes hollow, like it's missing something. It's like a seltzer. Yeah, every time I drink like a seltzer or like the LaCroix, that's what I'm thinking. It tastes like it's missing something, and it annoys me. Like I'm like, it tastes okay, but it tastes hollow. I don't know if that's like a thing, or if it's just like my particular palate. Cooler. See, I don't mind coolers. Like I'll steal coolers for my wife all the time. I like coolers. She's been buying these ones that are like white freezy or twisted rockets or something. They're so good. Okay, so we need a nut and a carriage. So there, this nut goes in. What is this nut? Oh, it goes in there. Goes in there. We have a one. It's pronounced La Croix. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever actually bought it. I remember trying it, like Costco had them on sample, and I was like, oh, I'll try one. And then I'm like, nope. I do not want your flavored beverage water, sir. Okay, so we'll put that on. Do these just snap in there? Like they just... Install the two bearings in the U-shaped notches. It is required that the end of the bearings... Like they're just like a press fit? Oh, they like snap on these little... Oh, okay. I guess. Well, that's simple. Yeah, they got little ridges that they sit on, so it's not like they move too freely. Okay, well, that's done. Okay, so we need to put some rods in here. Okay, so we have these two rods. Goes like that. Okay, so we want these are flush with the end, okay? That looks pretty dang flush to me. There we go. Okay. Okay, and then we tighten those four. Okay. Well, you want them snug. Like, you do want them a little bit snug, right? Okay, and then if that is that, this goes on like that. Ooh. Oh, I forgot to orientate these. Oh, hey, what do you know? They're right. That's good. I'm like, shit, I forgot to orientate them. And then I go look at them and they're like, close enough. We're good. And then the end cap. And the end cap, if this is the front, we want the screw facing us, and then that just kind of... Actually, put that on. See, I can't put it... actually, I can put it right there. And then just little... There we go. Actually, it goes like that. There we go. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, I guess we're putting belts in it already. Where did I put the other belts? Oh. Ooh, don't knock that off. Okay, so, so we're starting at the bottom and working our way to the top. Okay. Okay. Who doesn't have a mallet? I need to get a new one. I have a rubber mallet. I'll just use the one in my toolbox when I finally go pick it up, which I'm hoping to do this week, actually. I got a nice 2-inch Lixie. So the downside is there's really no way to tension these. Oh, there is! You tighten these, and that's what tensions it. Ah! So I'm guessing you're going to want to pull these as tight as you can and shove it in the hole. Now I've got a Lixie I'm going to bring home. Okay. And then we tension these. How much? No, not by much. 1, 2. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, there we go. There we go, okay. Snug those up, there we go. Which I don't really get the point of snugging this up, because with the belt on, this will never come flying off the end. It will always be under tension. So the point of snugging it up, I don't really know. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay. That's good. Oh. My hands are like. I'm gonna go wash my hands quick. Yeah. There we go. Okay. It wants us to build the hot end. I'm going to skip that. I want to get the X carriage because we're coming near the end of the stream. I want to get the X carriage on. So we're just going to skip that and go right to putting the vertical on because I can put that on after. We can put the tool head on after. So we still got to do a lot to get the Z together, I believe. I can smell the belt has proper tension. I can feel it in me bones. Oh. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Found them. They're underneath the printer. Okay. Wash your hands with some JP. I was going to use some rubbing alcohol, but I'm all out. And by rubbing alcohol, I mean ISO, which probably isn't the best to use to wash your hands, but it works, and I had it right there. Does the belt play a low G when you twang it? I'll be honest, I have never tensioned my belt to any metric ever. I go, does this feel good? Yeah, okay, we're probably good. Like, I have never, ever tensioned my belts in any sort of scientific way. Does this feel good? Yeah, okay, we're probably good. 320s. Probably than gasoline. I've used naphtha before, or not naphtha. Well, I normally haven't. Varsol. Used Varsol a lot in the past. Probably isn't the greatest. Mac. There's a lot of bad stuff you can wash your hands with, believe me. The thing is, it's like asbestos. The good stuff, the stuff that works really good, usually isn't good for you. Okay. No, we had Varsol. It was the Varsol Bass. The armories that I used all the time. Where did the bit go? Don't forget, there is the draw for the filament from Polymaker at the end of the stream. So make sure, if you have not entered yet for your chance for that prize, enter that. Do this now. I'm sure you want to win too. Okay. So we got this part done. Okay, so now we got to put some nuts in the controller box. Oh no. I'm trying to keep everything organized for the first time ever in a build. And I'm failing horribly. What am I listening to? Stream Beats, and it's the EDM soundtrack. So I don't get copyright striked, and Sony BMG takes all of my money. Although, let's be honest, it's not exactly like I'm swimming in ad revenue, but can you win 2? You can win 1. We're only giving away 1 spool. I'm really liking these colors too. Like, seriously digging these colors. Can you win 2? Everyone has a chance of winning. Will you win? I got no guarantee. If you like the smash button, it could affect the outcome. It could also not affect the outcome, but it could affect the outcome. You never know unless you try. I can't believe you're still streaming. Why can't you believe I'm still streaming, John? I've only been live for, what, 2.5 hours? A little over 2.5 hours? Okay. I'm gonna put some at the top here and there. Okay. Maker Viking, hello there. How you doing? Seems like longer than that. Nope. My streams are usually 3 hours. And we, a lot of the time, end up going longer than that. And we stream 3 days a week, so. For the cost of your free YouTube subscription, you get a lot of content, actually. At least I like to think it's a decent amount of content. Working on Fenrir. How's Fenrir coming along? It's gonna be in a printable state soon. Buildable state. I've been seeing the renders you've been putting out. I just don't know how far along in the actual, like, will it be printing soon type stage. 24-hour stream marathon? No, we I've done a 10-hour stream before, where we built an entire V0 in a day. Mechanically, I did some of the firmware and some like stuff like putting heat sets in the day before, just to kind of make it a little bit smoother. But I've done a 10-hour stream, and it'll be a long time before I do another one, because that is a long day, especially when you're talking the whole time and building a printer and keeping track of a chat of over 500 people. It's not a Barbie, it's a bubble gum. Okay. So it wants us to put the controller in already. I kind of don't want to yet. Yeah, we'll put the controller in. I want to get this built up. So we're gonna... Yeah, okay, so skip to this. I'll put the controller in after. I need that plate. The plan is I want to get this to the point that it's like a physical one single unit printer, and then we'll put like the tool head on and the electronics next week, I think. M320s. Cotton candy. Yeah, cotton candy. Somebody said Porygon earlier. I'm like, that works too. I started to print final parts. Nice! So for the record, I think this plate right here, and this is the only not commercial off-the-shelf part that you need to build a Prusa Mini. Like the screen and the controller, you really could use any screen and controller. And same with the extruder. You can use almost any extruder you wanted to. But like the only thing that's actually like you need for like a legit Prusa Mini is this plate. Everything else is just a commercial off-the-shelf item. Okay, so we gotta put our rods in here. So those are in. Oop, I gotta tighten these. So, what size screws for those? M320s, more M320s. Porygon. Yeah, somebody said Porygon, and I'm like, yeah, this kind of goes with it. So we'll probably end up calling this Porygon. Because this won't be legit Prusa Mini for a while. You know, it's not even a legit Prusa Mini now. And cheers for the 5, Brandon. Carriage in the bed. The carriage in the bed, yeah, true. The carriage in the bed, but there are resellers for that. Like that is something you can buy off like Alley from a few retailers. The hot end. The thing is, you can easily use mods for not legit hot end on this thing. Like we're gonna be putting a Revo in it at some point. I'm just saying, pretty much you can go at this machine entirely off the shelf items, except for like this plate and the bed and the carriage. What brand? It's an ES126. Sequire, I think, is the brand. Okay, we got our last extrusion. And M520. Which are, where are my M520s? Yo, where are all my M520s at? The Ryobi. Hey, if it works, it works. Okay, we got that. We got that. We got that. Okay, so it looks like that attaches first. Okay. So. Oh, the Z motor goes from the top. That's right on this guy. I forgot about that. So the Z motor comes from the top. Yeah. So this goes like this and kind of screws in like that, I guess. Huh. I forgot this Z motor's on the top of this machine. It wants me to go until it's 100 meters or 100 millimeters. 100 meters is a little too much. There are mods for more rigid XZ mounts and use another piece of 30/30. Maybe you could do without custom part 2. I'll look into that. Like as I said, we're gonna use this machine kind of as a platform to test out mods, just to have some fun with it. Because I don't need another practical small printer, let's be honest. This is definitely gonna be a fun machine, essentially. Okay, so I got that. And that goes like that, okay. And we put this on here. Goes like that. Oh, I gotta turn this around. Oh. Oh, this goes that way. There we go. Okay. Another reason I use the apron is because I got grease on my hands, and now I don't have grease on my hands. I have it on my apron instead. Barcool, thanks for 4 streams. Learned something new on every single one of them. I would like to top a stream everywhere. Likes you add an hour to stream. Oh god, like a subathon? A subathon would be stupid. Like, it'd be fun. Don't get me wrong. I wish, you know. Problem is, what the heck would I do for that long? Like, I do like my print and chills. But if you wanted me to do a thing where I just streamed... That's a long day. That's a long day. We almost at 420 likes? Ooh, one away. That's the funny number. That, okay. So that is that is that. I'm not going to sleeve it up yet, because we're going to do all the electronics at once. What is that? Is that a filament detector? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we got to put some feetsies on this, because we're getting to a part where it's starting to get late. So obviously we're going to do the draw basically whenever we get this gantry together, and then we'll do the draw. Okay, so we'll put some feetsies on this. So we got 1 foot, and then we got 1 in all 4 corners. Okay. Yeah. I got a feeling these feet aren't going to be as good as the OG Prusa feet. Okay, don't crush the screen. Okay. Good. You can tell it's a Prusa. There's the electronics box. Just jam it in. Okay. So what's the spacing here? Okay. So important to read a line, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So this. The first longest on the right, we'll use connector, use M340. So M340. Okay. M340. Okay, M340. There's an M320 is the second one. The second photo shows the X, Y, and Z. So where is it supposed to be? Move that all the way to the back. Okay. Oh, shoot. This part's gonna be annoying. I got a feeling. Ooh. This part's gonna be annoying. Yeah. Quit moving so much, dang it. Not a fan of these not trapped nuts. Okay. Go. Okay, so that's nice and loose, so I can find where that's got to go. Okay, so that's an M312. Okay, that's an M312 for the top one. Okay, so now, I've shown there should be a notch. Oh, I see. So it indexes off the back. Okay. Oh, that's nice. So it's smart. You got a notch there. Okay. So that goes there. And then we tighten it all up. How about some down tempo? Like what? There we go. Voila! Set in printer with not great colors. Still got the tool head to put together, but I will say it looks like a printer, guys. It looks like a printer. Okay, so it's 11. Yeah, oil soaking. I gotta clean out all the grease on the bed. Are you serious? Are these seriously not? The screw heads sit up. The screw heads sit up. These are horrible. This bed is horrible. The screw heads sit up. The countersink isn't deep enough on this bed. Focus. Go mobile. 1 second here. Look at that countersink. Well, I do have the tools. I do have the main cam. Go to main cam. There we go. I do have the tools to fix that. So obviously that is something we will have to be fixing. Yeah, they're all like that. They're all like that. I have a tool to fix it. I've got a countersink somewhere, like a proper carbide countersink. So I can fix it myself, and I will do that, obviously, but I'll do that off stream. So yeah. Printed the test gear files on my new Mark III. Nice. No, it's a Prusa. It should print nice right off the bat. Where's the angle grinder when you need it? No, I've got a 45. I'll clean it up. No biggie. They're just not deep enough. They just got to be a little bit deeper. Like you can tell, they were cut with a cutter that is chattering. Like it's chattered. You can see it's not. They didn't go deep enough. Unlike the dwarves, they did not dig too deep. They didn't dig deep enough. So it's not the screw. It's a countersinks. It's a straight up countersinks. I can tell you right off the bat. I'm really loving these colors though. So yeah. So I think that's about as far as we're gonna get on this build today. Obviously. CNC is like a millimeter. Oh, it's close. It's like right there. It's like as soon as I put my hands on it, I'm like, oh, this does not feel right. Wait, it goes this way, right? There we go. There you go. Problem solved. Put a little flex plate on it. You don't see it anymore. It's all good. It's all good. Ending on a negative. I got a glass of whiskey. It's a positive. Yep, there we go. We'll just let the we'll just run a 20 by 20 bed mesh, and it'll be fine. Don't worry. Or I'll put some layout blue, some spotting blue or transfer blue on the screw heads. I'll put the flex plate on. We'll figure out where the hole location is, and then what we'll do is I'll go in with a scraper, and we'll just kind of clear away the material on the flex plate until the screws no longer push the flex plate up until there's clearance. We'll just do that. I think that works. So how does this compare? Let's see here. So okay, I don't need that anymore. That in there, and get rid of this. So how does this compare? To the V-Minion. That's probably what the I'm gonna get asked the most about, is how does this compare to the V-Minion? Because I had a lot of people ask me how the V-Minion compares to the Prusa Mini, and I'm like, I don't have a Prusa Mini, so I can't compare. It's unfair to compare when you don't have both. So right there's that, and the V-Minion is heavier. Holy shit! Yeah, it is. It is right there. So there's the V-Minion. It's about the same height. Actually, They are pretty much the same height. The Prusa Mini bed is closer to the ground. And in terms of... yeah, the V-Minion's bigger. But I also have a power supply mounted to this thing, so it's not exactly stock. So footprint is closer. Oh wow, this is so much lighter than the V-Minion. I haven't mounted everything though, that's for sure. The KPS3, I think the KPS3 is smaller. Unplug you, unplug you. So the KP3S, oh yeah, the KP3S is smaller. They'll have the same Y, shorter on the Z a little bit, and a little bit smaller on the footprint maybe. They're gonna be pretty close. All these 180 cantilever bed flingers are all pretty close to each other. Like if you got room for one, you got room for them all, unless you're like really tight spaced. So, no, it's a KP3S, it's not the L. Yeah, so we got to put this together. So we got to put the tool head together, which is actually pretty shit simple. Actually, it looks like it just kind of screws in, and that's about it. So we'll do that next week. We'll get the tool head next week. We'll get everything else wired up, install the controller, and hey, maybe get some movement out of it, and then we'll do a wrap-up stream. So this is probably only gonna be a 3-build series, and then we're gonna go right into modding this, because what we got to figure out is how to fit a Mobius or an M4 on here. So we're gonna take the extruder off, put an M4 on it, give us a better extruder. Actually, it'll have to be the mirrored version. So this will give us a, I think this will be a lighter extruder too, because the we no longer have to deal with the big stepper motor. We go to the smaller stepper motor. Got to figure out how to mount that. Which are the two screws? Oh, they're back here. I'll have to make a common, a modified plate to mount it. Mount that there. Revo. Clipper. Do a few other mods. I don't want to go super crazy, but I do want to change a bunch of stuff up on this. Somebody made a mount already? Awesome. Easy peasy. Because I can't use this one. Like this one will work, obviously. In terms of like functionality, just need a mounting plate. But I mean, like, this is not the same color scheme. We got to print it in the right color scheme. Okay, are we gonna do this draw? Who wants to win some filament? If you want to win some filament, put yes in chat now. If you don't, then why did you enter the draw? How many entrants do we have? 719. That's actually a lot for a Friday night or Saturday night. Normally this, how many did we peak at? 400. Yeah, normally our Saturday streams are like, we're around 300, so we got an extra 100 people or so. That's cool. I try to avoid looking at the actual numbers while I'm live. Okay, so, ooh, people are entering still. 722, 723. Ooh. People are getting at the last minute. Okay, I will give you, it is currently, do I have a clock on this? No, I don't. I'll give you until 11:15, which is my time. So it's currently 11:07. So you have approximately 7 minutes to enter, and then we'll do the draw, and then we'll call it there. So we got 15 minutes. What y'all want to chat about? What are we gonna do for 15 minutes? Give a shout out to DFH for the kit. Link in the description to a site if you want to go hunting on there. Find some stuff to make, some build to buy. Yeah, hands are all greasy. Let's diss Iceland. Why? What's wrong with Iceland? Am I gonna do the mini legs? I might. That's where you can put a spool under it. I might. I know. I see a lot. I view a lot of mods like that as just kind of like, eh. Link through the M format. Okay. Let me. Bring it back. There it is. There we go. Okay. Downloads it. There we go. Okay, I'll download that. So we got that. When is the resin nozzle giveaway? Resin nozzle? I don't have a resin nozzle to give away. Resin nozzle. What? Have I tried printing TPU on the orbiter? Yeah, I have an orbiter on the V-Minion. Yeah, and I printed, it's not down here. My son stole it. And I know he has it because it's in his bedroom. It's the, I printed a dragon on it, one of the flexi dragons, and it printed fine. The orbiter handles flexibles fine. Let's be honest. Most modern dual gear drive extruders print whatever you want to throw at it. No, just fine. Orbiter, LGX Lite, M4, Stealth Burner Clockwork 2. They all print fine. Well, the LGX, the mini LGX, we're gonna put in a V0. I'm saving that for another project. How's the weather? Well, Canada is massive, so kind of hard to give an average Canadian weather, but where I am today was a nice and sunny, with a nice breeze, 24 to 26 degrees Celsius day. What temperature is my workshop? Right now in here, it is currently 25.4 Celsius with 30% humidity. Got a little temperature thingy. And that's just what temperature the room's at. I don't have, I'll sometimes open the vent in here if I am streaming, but if the print, normally that vent's closed. Oh yeah, so, we got 4 minutes until the draw. So in the meantime, upcoming Bamboo Lab Friday, or correction, Tuesday. Tuesday we are opening up the Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon combo. We're gonna double it. We're gonna do 2 streams. So Tuesday will be the unboxing, getting it set up. We're gonna do a print right away. We'll do the 17-minute bench or whatever it is. And then we're gonna peel back the paint and take a little peek under the hood. But not dive in it too far, but I want to see the controller board. I want to see what the controller board looks like. I don't know how easy this thing is to actually get at stuff. Like, I don't know if I got to take apart like 50 things to get looking at the controller, or if it's like 4 screws on the back panel comes off. We'll figure that out. So we'll unbox it. We'll do a print. We'll kind of dive into it and take like a closer look. I'll see what whatever you guys want to look at, we'll dive into, and then we'll print something else. And then Friday, for the Friday stream, instead of doing a print and chill Friday, it'll be a print and chill, but we'll get the AMS set up on this and do a multicolor print on Friday. So that's the current plan. And then next Saturday, which actually next Saturday, we won't be having a stream next Saturday. I'm going to push it to Sunday mid-afternoon. Next Saturday is my anniversary. So I'm going to be out with the wife, most likely. Unless my mom can't take the little guy, then it'll be Sunday. Then the stream won't change. So you'll find out Friday. I'll tell you Friday if the stream's gonna be Saturday or Sunday for the weekend stream. Print the carry handle. Wow, I could just do this. But yes, so by the way, I will take some pictures of this and put it on my Twitter. So if you're not following me, at 3DP Nero on Twitter. So I can't conflict. That's why I'm gonna do it later in the afternoon. I'll make sure I don't conflict with Steve. So yeah, so we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes for the draw. I am tired. I've been up since 5 today. Little guy got up at 5 and he's up. And he's like, nope, you are not sleeping. We'll have a dedicated. Yep. So the current plan is I'm going to do the 2 streams dedicated around the carbon. One, just getting the machine itself. So there's the X1 carbon, which is the printer, and then there's the AMS. So the plan is to do one stream on just the printer, an overview, getting it printing, taking a look under the hood, and then we're gonna do a separate stream where we slap the AMS on it, get that set up, and do a multicolor print and whatever. I will do a video a month or so after that. So. Celebrate my birthday. My birthday was in March. It's our anniversary. Don't stream. Yeah, that's why we're not streaming on Saturday. Unless my mom can't take the little guy, because then we'll just move our plans to Sunday, and then, or we'll figure something out. I don't know. It's a little early. So, do you have their RFID? I don't know if they sent me some. The machine prints regular filament just fine. The only difference is if you put RFID filament in it, their slicer, which connects to the printer, goes, oh, hey, you have this filament, and it auto loads the settings and everything for it. Like, it's how Ultimaker does it, which somebody was like freaking out on Twitter that this is like trying to bring in some like new locking down thing, and this is only their foot, they're getting their foot in the door, and they're going to make it so you can only use their filament. They're doing the exact same thing Ultimaker has been doing for years, where, hey, if you use our filament, it'll auto-populate settings and set up everything easily, but you could always, you know, just throw whatever the hell you want in there and just tell it it's PLA, and it just, you just manually set it up. No biggie. But somebody was like freaking out on Twitter about it, and I'm like, really? Okay. DRM filament. It's a thing. You don't have to use their filament. That's the thing. It's not really... And even then, their filament, you can use it on other machines. Like, if you take their filament with the RFID and just put it in a Voron, it's just whatever the hell you tell the Voron it is. So, it's not DRM. It's RFID. There's information tagging on the filament, but it's not locked down to that one filament. If it was only locked down to the one filament, like Stratasys machines are, then yes, that's DRM. If you just have an info tag that, hey, you've loaded our ABS. It is black. There are 700 grams left on this spool. Let me auto load the settings for you. That's, you know, that's not really DRM. That's just kind of keeping track of things. Okay, let's do the draw. So if you have not entered, too late. Create spreadsheet. 725 people. Do we have 725 likes on the video? I don't know that. If not, the math won't add up, and that's usually not a good thing. We got to make that correct. Rectify that issue. How many people entered? Oh my god, so many people. A lot of people were lucky that I extended it 15 minutes, that's for sure. Now, are they going to be lucky enough to actually win? We don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, RFID. Oh yeah, it's like some of the machines, you just cut the little RFID tag out of the spool and stick it on another spool and it's good to go. But I'm saying, like, the machine's not locked down to RFID, so it's not really like DRM, it's just extra information. Hack the Gibson. Okay, so it is currently 11:17. I need a number between 11 and 17. Go now. Help my engagement score. We're worried about the app and slicer. We'll get to that. That's like pretty much my concern as well. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. Okay. Let's get our good luck charm up on the screen. And let's do this one in a spin. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, some random computer algorithm that probably already knows the answer, but it's a random number generator and it's just holding this on for hype. Knows! Justin! Justin Hupp. Hupp, yeah. Congratulations, Justin. Let me find your name, find your information. Copy that down. Congratulations. So, how will this... Oh, notepad. Come on, Windows search notepad. There we go. So hard. So Justin, congratulations. So you will get an email from me after the stream ends. There'll be a little Google Forms you fill out. You'll be sent a spool of filament. North America is pretty quick. Some places 2 to 3 weeks. If you don't receive it in 3 weeks, give me a call. One more draw. No, I'm tired and going to bed. I'm gonna go pass out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. It was fun. We got the mechanically built the Non-Prusa. I am digging the color scheme. I know it doesn't come across good on that camera. It comes pretty good on this camera. Actually, mobile. There you go. Mobile's got it pretty good. There you go. So yeah, so I'm gonna take some pictures of this. I'll put it on my my Twitter. So follow me at 3DP Nero. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Make sure you don't miss out anything in the future. Stream 3 days a week. Do the odd video here and there when I get around to it. I hate editing, so sometimes they take a little longer than I hope. But yeah, I will see you Tuesday. For those that donated to the channel, or gifted memberships, or became members of the channel, or super chatted, or I think those are the only options with YouTube at the moment. Thank you. Without your continued support, I would not be able to do the things I do and create the content I create. It's all because of you. I am able to do this. For those that just watch the stream, I hope you learned something new. I hope you had some fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Oh, I can't finish it yet. Thanks to Polymaker for the filament for the giveaway. Shout out to deepfriedhero.in. Yes. For the kit for this build series. If you want more information, links in the description. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.